actually have one last thought. This is going to be a little bit of far-reaching. Let me just slideshow from current slide. Okay, so we want to explore where are most deaths happening. Okay, this is just 2 minutes. So obviously we see this from the worldwide, where is the spread. But we're going to zoom in the case of Africa. Actually, in the case of Africa, is mostly Cape Town, COVID-19 hotspot in the whole continent, right? So the situation is not good, but you know it's not as bad as it happened in other countries. But I want to outline the following. You see, from the Western Cape government, we see that most deaths are happening in Cape Town, but not only in Cape Town. Obviously, the Tiger Hospital, Tiger area is the Tiger Hospital where most people go. Is the largest public hospital in Cape Town. But as you can see here from the times, most deaths in South Africa are happening in the townships along the N2 highway. In the worst affected health sub-districts, Klipfontein and Khayelitsha, which contain most of the townships along the N2. Okay, 1 person in every 70 has been diagnosed with COVID-19. So this is for us very troublesome. Troublesome because I want to show you here one plot. One plot, despite the fact that South Africa has done exemplary. They have done beautifully. And the same as Argentina, as I mentioned before. Here we have the plot. Here we have the USA with lots of people dying. They were not very good trying to control the situation. But we have two very similar cases. We have Argentina and we have South Africa. We have Cape Town, we have Buenos Aires, right? So at the beginning, if we plot the data all together, we see that in the case of South Africa, which is this one is South Africa. So, and the orange squares is Argentina. So you can see that they follow a very similar trend up to here. They all go up, 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 and up to here. South Africa goes a little bit farther up, and Argentina goes a little bit down here. There's a deviation. There's a deviation and similar population. The lockdown was implemented at the same time. At the same time, in terms of number of deaths. You know, there were 2 deaths in Argentina where the government say lockdown. There was 1 death in South Africa the same time, you know, lockdown, boom. So the situation is very similar, but there's a slight difference here. And this is a little bit of far-reach from the model prediction, but I want to leave it here. What is the difference between Argentina and South Africa? Why South Africa got at the end 3 times more deaths than Argentina? So it is clear that the answer is here, right? So the answer is right here. Argentina has also poor areas, but not as massive, not as vast as we see in Cape Town. And the conditions, obviously, of living in a shack doesn't allow for a lockdown to be effective in these areas, right? You're gonna live in the shack for entire months. So this was, in my opinion, a warning of nature. A warning of nature that either we make a difference now, from now on, as a society, or we may not be as lucky next time, right? So we have to act as a community, and this is why we want this international collaboration to take place and to implement our findings so we can create something which everyone can benefit in terms of doing science, because at the end of the day, you know, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. This is the time for transformation. As I said before, we may have been lucky, but what about the next pandemic? Are we going to be ready? You know, if we keep the situation like that, if we have such a difference in our society, where people have no houses to stay during a lockdown, where people has no place to go, then I'm afraid that eventually a pandemic will hit everyone catastrophically. So we need to change, and this is our goal. So with that, I think I leave you here, actually. Thank you very much for listening.